How can a global deal to tackle climate change be reached? After the failure of the Copenhagen Climate Conference in 2009, 2 years later, leaders agreed to begin negotiating a new international treaty, which would be reached in 2015 and would come into effect in 2020. This process is known as the Durban Platform. The EU, often seen as the engine of international climate negotiations, is consulting its member states and citizens about how they see the 2015 treaty taking shape. Some new ideas are being discussed. First, on ambition. Added together, current voluntary pledges still leave us on course for catastrophic climate change by the end of the century. So how can we get countries to speed up along the decarbonisation track? One idea is for countries to make commitments which could be strengthened over time, maybe after further breakthroughs in the cost of green energies. By agreeing a slower pace now, it could be politically easier to get countries on board and then speed up later. Second, how do we share the burden of cutting emissions fairly? Should we focus more on emissions per capita, a country's total emissions, historic responsibility for climate change, or a country's ability to pay? One idea is that all countries could converge on an emissions per capita figure by 2050, but countries like the USA, with high per capita emissions, would have to speed up more, and they might disagree. Even the idea that a deal could only involve countries is open to question. Why couldn't others be brought on board? There could be partnerships on particular issues. So, for example, there could be an emissions reduction target for the global aviation sector, or there could be an agreement on a particular greenhouse gas specific to a certain industry, such as HFCs or black carbon. Other contentious issues include how much rich countries should pay poorer countries for the damage caused by climate change, how to stop and reverse deforestation, and how to share and develop green technologies faster. Critically, obstacles in the negotiation process need to be addressed. Should there be one big high-pressure meeting at the end of every year? Or should ongoing, smaller meetings be given more focus? Can meetings be better steered? How can citizens, stakeholders, and experts make their voices better heard? These are just some of the issues to be addressed if the world is to get off the Durban platform in 2015.